We are loading up and about to leave the big city of Dumont for our next adventure, heading to Pennsylvania to go look for some trees. All right, we have picked up the rental. We are leaving my folks here in Iowa and heading to Pennsylvania to go look for some trees.
Trees!
Right. Trees forever.
Trees!
Trees forever.
Go.
All right, here we are again, our next installment of the Veterans in the Forest series. We are in Pennsylvania with another Trevor, who is a bad man in the drone industry. I tell you what, this guy has got his stuff together. We're excited to have him. Yeah, here we go.
Well, glad to be here. It's early in the morning. It's a very cool day, amazingly, because everywhere else is hot. You know, it's breaking records. So look forward to getting the job done. You know, we got some good equipment, some new use cases, and yeah, just knock it out the park.
Heck yeah.
He's not wrong. It feels amazing here.
We're here with our liaison Anna here with Green Forestry Works. Here we got Trevor hooking up the L01 to the M300. This is going to be our LiDAR sensor we're using today. We're going to use that in conjunction with some other ground data, try and tease out where we can find these saplings in the ground. Well, there's a lot of ground cover here, so it's going to be interesting data to sort through. But we're getting it anyway. Overview of this first site, you can see right here these kind of like parallel lines that crisscross this field. Those are called rips, and those are generally what the trees are. Well, they are what the trees are planted with. You take equipment in with a plow or some sort. Sometimes they use a bulldozer, sometimes lighter equipment, but then the trees are planted in these sort of patched patterns that you see along the landscape. All right, we have a extra special piece of equipment with us today. This is called a Trimble DA2. What we're doing with this is going out into these weeds. We're getting very precise geolocated coordinates for these saplings. We're doing a layer on here where I'm going to do the species, the height, and the relative health of the plant, and then that gives us a like an actual point. What we've been noticing is the phone, when we take the phone out there or anything else, you get these points, the closest we can get is about 3 meters. This thing right now is bringing us within less than 1 centimeter accuracy. So we're gonna go out there and we get some real accurate points. Here real fast, we're going to introduce Forester Anna. You may recognize her from such videos as One Tree Planted's Appalachia video, but she's here with us today to help us in the field, lend some expertise. Yeah.
Glad to be here.
So we're noticing something cool out here along this line. Here, there's one of these trees, and as we walk up this trench, we get to the exact same species, exact same tree, but far less healthy. That just
Planted same time.
Yep.
Yeah, and you'll find that it's just differences in soil nutrients, and we're not sure why else.
Yep, cool. Some fun FPV video of our first site here. Just give you a little tour, get an idea of what this place looked like. You see it's pretty wide open, made for easy flying. This site too, the vegetation wasn't quite as thick on the ground. You can see nicely these parallel lines, those rips. As you go around, this whole place is pretty much like this. It was pretty uniform across this entire landscape. Yeah, this DJI FPV rips around 67 miles per hour. So there's really no better way to get an idea of what this whole site looks like really fast. That's what I do this on every single one of these sites. It gives me an idea of where my obstructions or like some obstacles could be. And also gives an idea to the people, once you plant it anywhere, who's looking to see what these sites really look like. All right, go. And here's how we do our thing. Here we found a white pine here in the field along one of these troughs. We're going to put the Trimble on top so we get a good location for where this thing is at, directly below my device. Micah measures it. I note the species, the height, and the relative health, and then we move on. Good. All right, here's the next part of our mission. We're doing some photogrammetry with the P1, and this is the
Multi-sense, MicaSense Altum.
This is the MicaSense Altum. We're catching multispectral. We're going on to phase 2 of this mission. We got the MicaSense MicaSense. We got the MicaSense Altum multispectral. We got the DJI P1 We're going to be collecting several sets of multispectral data along with the regular imagery. We are on the hunt for trees. Mike is about to do some more panos. We got the N300 slowly creeping across this terrain, gathering multispectral and high resolution P1 imagery. It's gonna be cool. And we are out here collecting spots with our Trimble. All right, we're gonna try something new for this mission. Last time we did 2 separate missions. One for the LiDAR with the L1 and another one for the Mica Sense. This time, we're gonna try to fly just one mission using both these, but usually, according to Trevor, these sometimes don't like to play nicely together. We're gonna try it so we can just take it down to one flight. If they can't play nice, then we're gonna have to do 2. So that's the idea here. Here's the second site we went to. This we called FRD. I'm not sure what that stood for, but here, this site you can actually see more nice examples of these lines as they go across this landscape, the rips. Well, Micah is hooking up the Trimble so we can go get our tree points. We're loading Lexi into the bag. She's coming with us on this mission too.
Hey everybody, this is where perception comes into play. I wish you could see him. Oh, he's somewhere over here, but he looks like he's flying right into these blades, so it's pretty out here.
How big was this one, Anna? We are coming to do our FPV tour. We had to leave our spot over there because this berm was affecting my connectivity. And I was trying to dip low, get down close to these trees, but we start losing our signal. So we're just gonna come up here and sit on top of it. As we rip around the FPV, around the FRD site, you see these nice lines, the rips, cross-cut this property too. This is a really nice one for showing that. Trees showed up really good here on the ground. We got a lot of nice data points with the Trimble. It's gonna be fun to process. We are off-roading again. Good thing Trevor's got all-wheel drive in his beast machine, but I think we're gonna be good up here. Here's our next site. This is called Katanning Run. So you can see, Micah, we stand in front of those weeds so we have some scale here. These are really high. Looks like everything out here is just like this. We'll pick through and look for a few trees within this stuff. But I have my doubts on whether or not a map is going to produce anything very useful on this site. And this is our Katanning Run site. This FPV video is going to be good to kind of show just why we made the decision not to fly this with the LiDAR or the multispectral unit. This place was thick. This undergrowth is heavily vegetated. It's like a year's worth of vegetation growing here. The trees, I think, may have been less than a year old. You can see here, it's super hard to find anything, just even with yourself when you're out walking around. Anna and Micah had a really hard time getting on a line, finding trees and all this thick stuff. And that's pretty much what this entire property was. So we only had Trevor there for the day to do this stuff. And these the LiDAR and multispectral missions, they do take a little bit longer. But for this site, we decided to forego that and move on to another site where that stuff was going to be a little more beneficial. We did get a map here, but it's just an RGB Mavic 3 Enterprise map. We'll see if we can see anything. It will be a map, but I think this is as powerful as anything to tell just what this site is actually like. So here we are in the weeds. Let's say that again, Anna. This is about 1 year.
1 year of vegetation growth, and searching and digging heavy seedlings is pretty difficult.
Exceedingly difficult. So we are trying to find seedlings through here. This is a place I don't think we're going to get much useful data with the drone. We're going to continue to walk through here, produce a map and stuff, but as you see, this is just thick. It's going to be exceedingly difficult to A, find saplings, or B, see them on any sort of drone, one of the sensors we have. Anyways, we're here. And I just found our first sapling. So they are in here.
Yeah, I don't think LiDAR would.
But I don't think LiDAR is going to make it through this, this growth.
Like this, where they can see it, it'll pick it out a little bit, but it won't be.
No, they're all
really hard to find.
They are all covered. So we're kind of deciding what we're going to do out here. We don't really know it. best course of action is. Instead of flying a full LiDAR mission and multispectral on this stuff, we're gonna put up the Mavic 3, do an overall sort of map, just so we have a map. But the thing is, you're just not gonna, there's not usable information from this map. There's too much, far too much ground cover. What do you think, Trevor? It's kind of crazy.
These bees.